What is going on, guys? Welcome to the Walking Dead universe. In today's video, I want to break down the post-credit scene from The Walking Dead World Beyond Season 2. Now, if you haven't watched The Walking Dead World Beyond Season 2, it is far better than Season 1, and I was a really big fan of the whole season. I will do a breakdown of the whole season, but I really just want to talk about that end credit scene. So spoiler warning, if you haven't watched it yourself, go ahead and watch the end credit scene. It doesn't really tie into the whole season, but it ties in to the whole Walking Dead universe. We do get a flashback from a character from Season 1 of the Walking Dead main show, and we pretty much get an answer to how the Walker virus started. Let's just jump right into this breakdown because even for such a short clip, there is a lot to unpack. So in this end credit clip, we get taken to what looked like used to be a laboratory of some sort in a French CDC location is what I'm assuming. Now we aren't exactly told that, but we do know the person in this clip used to be a scientist for the CDC. Now, back in the Season 1 finale of the Walking Dead main show, Jenner did talk about the French being the closest to a solution. And ever since he did mention that, I always wondered exactly what happened in the French CDC location in that area. And now we actually get a big glimpse into exactly what happened. I don't know if that was a question that you guys pondered as well, but I always wondered what was going on in the broader world. Now, this was during Season 1, and now we actually get an expansion with the other shows into the Walking Dead universe, but this is the first time that I thought about what was going on somewhere else in this Walking Dead universe. Now in the clip, we do see the scientist bring out a laptop and she is downloading information from these external hard drives that she pulled out of the filing cabinet that was in this location. Before she decides to leave, she opens up a file and pops in Jenner from Season 1. Now, it is a CDC broadcast that we never got to see in the main show, but they did go into a lot more deeper information in this recording. Now, the first part of the recording from Jenner doesn't really bring a lot of information. He just talks about the specimens that they're able to find, and they're not as fresh as they want them to be, and it doesn't give them as much data as they want to know. But our scientist is interrupted by another character. Obviously, we don't know the names of either of these characters, which I think makes it a little better for us at this point. There's not a lot of introduction. It just really gets right into the meat and potatoes of this clip. Now he comes in pointing a gun at the scientist, asking her what team she was part of, why she returned, and that they were not going to let her or any of the other scientists, if they did come back, go to jail like the previous ones, but they were just going to kill them all. Now, I had to watch this clip a couple times, and then it finally hit me that we got pretty much a solid answer for how the Walking Dead virus started. I didn't think about it the first time around, but after watching it a couple times, it made a lot of sense. Two statements that the character with a gun said was, "You started this," and then later on he said, "You made it worse." So it doesn't go into much detail how they started this, but we do understand that the CDC in France was the ones who started it. And then that would make sense why Jenner would say they were the closest to finding the solution if they were the starting point for this Walking Dead virus. Now we know that this was a laboratory-made virus. Who knows if they were trying to do something different? Were they trying to find a cure for something else? And then it got widespread and it was released out into the world. Interesting enough how the whole world was infected as far as we know. But somehow everyone got infected by what they created in this laboratory. Now on to the "you made it worse" part. So after this, the man with the gun shoots the scientist. He walks out. And then we start hearing the recording from Jenner again. And now he's talking about the variants that they reported in their last report out to the other CDC laboratories around the world. And Jenner seemed a little confused because he said that they didn't see any of those types of variants in their locations or anywhere else. So this is the "you made it worse" part. So they must have done something to try to cure this virus. They must have come up with some sort of vaccination or some sort of way, an antivirus to try to reverse what was inside of people that they created. And obviously it didn't go as well as they thought. Once it cuts off from Jenner's voice, we see the reanimation time of this scientist, and it was very, very rapid as far as we know. It didn't say that any amount of time passed, but the fact that Jenner was still speaking on his recording, and it seemed like a short amount of time went by and then just finished his recording, and then she was already reanimated. She gets up, turns around, runs for the door, and starts banging on it. So there has to be some sort of intelligence there because she knew exactly where to go for the door. And we've never seen them move this fast and be this aggressive in the Walking Dead universe as far as we have seen. Now, this has to be the variant that they have created in France, and it is pretty interesting to see. The only thing that I am kind of wondering is, are we ever going to see them on screen? The fact that The World Beyond is ending with the season, this was the finale, we know that that show's not going to be carrying on anymore. I did like the finale, it was really good. It left some cliffhangers and some openings for some of these storylines to carry on, but we will have to wait and see what they decide to do with those storylines. Besides the Daryl and Carol spinoff and the new anthology series Tales of the Walking Dead that should be coming summer 2022, they haven't announced any other projects that we know of. Is the French CDC and what happened over there in France with the variant and these fast aggressive walkers going to be a story that we see on Tales of the Walking Dead and kind of a one episode sort of thing for that? Or are they going to have some sort of announcement of a different spin-off that will fill the void of the Walking Dead World Beyond and the coming end of the Walking Dead main show? And honestly, is there even enough interest to have another series come? The Walking Dead World Beyond didn't get a lot of love. The first season, a lot of people didn't really enjoy it. I enjoyed it. I know it wasn't the greatest season, but season 2 was really, really good in my opinion. They really picked it up. The storyline was really good with explaining the CRM, getting kind of a deep dive into them. And I just really enjoyed season 2, but a lot of people didn't. So would people be interested in, even if it's a one season thing for The Walking Dead France? I don't know. Let me know down in the comment section below how you think they should go on with the storyline. Should they just make it a 1 or 2 episode thing in Tales of the Walking Dead? Or should they do another spin-off show like The Walking Dead World Beyond for The Walking Dead France? Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and comment down below as well. And I'll talk to you guys all in that next video.